Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. We are on the day number 29, and almost this will be the last class for this course. Okay, so till now we have discussed a lot: incident change, problem request, knowledge, CMDB, CSDM, life cycle, stages, states, workflow, little bit on SLAs, service portal, record producer, order guide, all the things. Now, today's topic is little different. Even though it is not the part of the ITSM training, sorry, ITSM module, I can say, but it has been added in the training which is given by service now. So I'm just covering up that particular part. So today topic is talk about the service portfolio management. Okay, that is called the SPM. In the short form, if I say in the very layman language, if I say what is portfolio is something that I have in myself. The services I can deliver is the portfolio I'm maintaining it. If you remember that we discussed about the CSDM, service offering, the same thing apply here as well. Okay, so what they say that uh, now I'm not talking about from the customer perspective. I'm talking about from the service provider perspective. Atul is a service provider, and he can or he has these services in his portfolio: training as a service, consulting as a service, maybe writing as a service, reading as a service, training, or I can say be as a service I'm giving to you guys, or I'm offering in the market. Now, how a service provider can maintain these things? So now you can see the same thing: service portfolio, service and service offering. These two concepts are same which we discussed in the CSDM. The problem was that there was no other tool available, or no tool was available for the service provider to keep a record, keep a track of all these things. Then ServiceNow built this product and called the Service Portfolio Management, SPM, where I as a service manager, I as a service provider can manage, can track, can build my portfolio stuff. So this is the first part. And I go in the market and say, yes, guys, I'm providing these services. If anybody need this service, please let me know. We can prepare the visualization. Like nowadays, if you go to any website and you go under the about, or you go under this thing, our work. So what you find that we are have a managed services. We are in the implementation service. We provide implementation service. We provide the maintenance services. We provide the development services. What that mean? That means we can do these type of work if you want. We are expert or not, that I'm not questioning it, but yes, we can provide you those kind of a services. So tomorrow if you say and you come to me and say, Atul, can you make us a good human being? Sorry guys, I'm not that, or I'm not providing that service, but can you train us on the service now? Yes, that service I'm providing it. So service and service offering the same concept which we discuss, and come here. Now, for the service provider perspective, there are three things. Number one thing is that क्या चल रहा है, अभी क्या आने वाला है? It's a called the pipeline. Like I say, guys, I am starting a new services called the baking. If you need a cake, I can provide you that cake. That is in the pipeline, which I'm planning to launch. Like Geo or maybe the service provider says we are launching a 6G. They did not launch it, but they are providing that services to the customer. They're going to provide the service to the customer that is come in the pipeline. Okay, pipeline means which are still in the discussion, which are still in the building phase, but did not launch for the use. Then catalog, which is available for everybody and in the use. Okay, like 3G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G available now. So you can opt that service. And retired, which is gone. Can you provide a training for the acting skill? Sorry guys, that service I stopped now. I'm not providing that services nowadays. That is retired. And again, I'm putting one point here. Don't think from the customer perspective. This is think from the service provider perspective. What I'm going to be offer, what we are offering, and what we offered earlier, which is not in the live now. Okay, so for this we have the same fundamentals. CLGM is the main part. In the CLGM we have a life cycle, like again pipeline, catalog, retired, and we have a service operation workspace. Let me see, do I have that service operation workspace? And this is a license, this thing, what I can say. So, module. It's a license module. We have to pay amount for this one. This one. Okay. So this is service operation workspace. The same which we were discussing earlier as well. Okay. Now, who can work on this service portfolio management? Like we have a few rules available. I need to be checked. Do I have that plugin installed? Service portfolio, no. Yes, I have. Okay, service portfolio management, this one. So in this, we have a service, business service, technical service, service offering. All these things are the same concept of the CSDM only. So don't get confused here. That is something different. That is the reason I pick up the CSDM in the beginning only, because it is required for us to be understand this particular part. Okay, now who can work on the SPM? So we can go here. Roles. We have these roles: portfolio admin, portfolio editor, and at the last is viewer and editor. Let me come here and search for the portfolio. This one. Portfolio admin, portfolio editor, portfolio viewer. Who can manage everything? If you see, there's a concept called commitment and the availability. Very important concept. I am a service provider providing services to Anuj and Ishwar as a different companies. Okay. If you see that when we provide our monthly reports, it says that okay, my services was available 99.97%, where you give a commitment for the 100%. Like when I was working as a change manager and the incident manager, especially change manager, my responsibility to present this report in the monthly meetings, which I get from the network team. Okay, email as a service, the commitment which we gave is 98%. But due to changes, due to incident, we got availability only 97%. So for 1%, we have to pay the penalty now. How this thing get calculated? ServiceNow provide a concept called the service commitment. On the basis of the commitments, we can get the availability. It's not somebody sitting every day and making the Excel sheet that okay, aaj kitni service available rahi. There is a formulas to do that part. So we'll see a little bit on that particular stuff. Then portfolio editor, who can edit the service, parent services, taxonomies. Taxonomy is a very latest word which ServiceNow is using specifically in the Employee Service Center, ECS. ECS is a kind of a replacement of service portal. Okay. And portfolio viewer who can just view it, can't do anything else on that particular part. Okay. So these are the three main roles in this part. If I say practically from the exam perspective, maybe you get only one question or two max for this complete discussion. How a SPM is related to the different modules. Same thing, right? Touch point is required. Like we have a knowledge, we have change problem. How the SPM is related to the different modules. So SPM for the release and change. Either we're changing something in the service, either we're releasing something in the service. That is called added and maintenance purpose. It has a link with each other. SPM can help to track problem and incident. Why? Because from the SPM we are able to calculate the availability and the commitments. And to do that part, we need a incident management on the place. On the service request portal, we have our offerings. And for the knowledge management, we can create articles. We serve to a customer of the we serve to a giant customer of telecom in Australia. We're publicizing it, and we're making the knowledge article for the same. And what is going, what is coming, and what will become. It is a part of the CMDM. Actually, the CMDM / CSDM should be there. So this is the way that all these things are related. In the only thing is that these all are a dotted connected, not the strong line, because it may not. It may not use this part. Someone say no, I don't want to use SRM for the so publicizing my offering. I have a complete website separately. Up to you. You can do that part. That's have no issue for me. Okay. When we do this part and we say this thing, pipeline, catalog, and retired. Let me go here and try to build something. Service portfolio, and let's say services. So like this is a services, SAP enterprise services, financial accounting services, management services, means what I'm doing, or what, sorry, not what I can do for a customer is a service. So if I open this, this is what I'm talking. Is this service is a pipeline, or it's in the catalog phase, or retired? Because remember, everything has a life cycle, and this is life cycle. So if I say it is in the pipeline, okay, under pipeline, it is in the which phase? Are you getting the requirement? Are you defining it? Are you analyzing it? Approved it? Or charted means ready to go? Right, कहते ना? Flight, all the things has been charted now on the flight. We are about to. This is what that. No. It is not in the pipeline. It is in the catalog phase. Oh my God, good. So you're in the designing, development, build, operational, or retiring. Retiring means we are in the phase of retirement, not retired. Like company says, from January 2024, we are going to be retire the 3G service support. When they announce in the month of August 2023. So we can say it's a retiring phase because they are supporting, but it is not retiring. Retired now. And last, it's a retired. Retired and obsolete. खत्म ही कर दे बिल्कुल. No records, nothing we are providing at 1.1. So these three things are the very important. Role playing are these. So like in the CMDB, on the CI we have operational status. In the same manner we have these phases and status on the service and the service offering at the part of the mainly we do this thing all the on the service level. अगर पेरेंट ही नहीं है तो फिर नीचे चाइल्ड्स पे तो क्या ही होगा, राइट? देयर इज नथिंग फॉर द चाइल्ड्स. So we can create a service like this. We can define their number, version, start date, end date, alias, service classification. Like this thing. Is it business service or it's a technical service or it's application service? Right? This is a service, but what type of service? Business, technical or application? Remember the CSDM part number 1, which you sell to the customer. Part number 2 for the designing. Part number 3 manage technical services. This is what we are talking here. And how these services are related with each other? We have a dependency view. Clear, everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to be repeat the things which we discussed for the CSDM part. CSDM 4.0, service offering, application service, business service, technical services. This is a part of this SPM only. Okay. Okay, there's nothing new here. I have one more screenshot. नहीं है, ठीक है. Okay, now let's see how this design has been built up. Little bit on that particular part. Means even though we saw this thing from here, like if I see here, we'll get a idea. So you can see here. We have a service. Under that, we have another services of we can service, and under that maybe it can be service offering. It can be CMDB. On the top of this, if I go, see, if you see a company, let's say there's a company which is in the consulting domain, consulting as a service. Okay, like we know, like Big Four, McKinsey, PwC, Deloitte. Their core work is not the IT. Their core work is the consulting. They do the surveys. They get the data. They create a report. So they say that we are in the multiple domains. We're in the manufacturing, we're in the retail, we are in the technology, we are in the medical sciences, we're in the insurance, all the things. So those are called the taxonomy nodes, taxonomies. That भैया ये तो एक service है, but who is the parent of this service? Under which taxonomy, under which domain it is be there? That is called the actual portfolio. Let's see, do we have this thing? And I'm sure we have something. These are service portfolios are there. Okay, there's nothing called service portfolio. Let me try to create it. So like this, I can say. So we can create the portfolios that LNG as a company has a different portfolios. Training is one portfolio. Consulting is one portfolio. Baking is one portfolio. Writing is one portfolio. And under portfolio, like under training, I have a online trainings. I have a offline training. Or under that, I can say under training, I can say technical or the functional training. That are the taxonomy node. Under technical training, I have a offering. Or I can say I have a services for ServiceNow, Salesforce, SAP, Jira, Jenkins, this thing. Under that, I can say the offerings. Online training, offline training, group training, one-to-one training, batch training, day training, night trainings. These things are my service offerings. Okay, so this is the parent now, if I can say. Under this, we can map the service offering as well. So it said that do you want to create a service offering? Let's say LNG, LNG, and click this. Number of offerings per service. I said number of offering. I'm offering at least 2 offerings per service. Let me save this. So now I got this. Under this, what I want to create? I want to create the nodes. Nodes is something that you want to bifurcate more on that level. Like I say, training is one of my portfolio. Under training, I have a functional and non-functional. Those are my nodes are there. Or I can say under training, I have a insurance training, I have a service, I have a insurance training, I have a manufacturing training. That my nodes. Under nodes, I can go deep level as well. So this is the way that it has been defined. It's totally up to you that how you want to be designing it. Now think for a company for whom you're working at point of time. If you practically see that we are working just for a smaller project, very smaller project. And if you see the bigger picture, oh, my company is in the technology as well. They are in the consulting as well. They are in the implementation as well. They're in the healthcare. They're in the insurance, financial services, legal services, all the things. Now think from that your company perspective that how big is their portfolio. If you want to know, go to your company website, see, you will find out the things. That which company or my company has what services my company has, what we offer. So like if I go here for the normal stuff, let's say Microsoft. If you see here, this one, right? This is a website. Now, what are the services? You can get it from here. Under 365, they have these services. So like say products, apps and services. Now see. So I'm saying again that we are working for a project and that is very minute thing in that company. Actually in company तो बहुत कुछ चल रहा है. What they are offering it. So we are offering, they say we are offering MS Team. Okay. So you can download it. In the MS Team as well, they have a few things: enterprise, business, home and education. What you want? Kind of a service offerings. Service is MS Team, service offering is business. I said, okay, home. Okay. Under home, what do you want? Do you have anything else? No, that is the only last part. You can take that service now. This thing. So this is the way that it has been designed. Clear? And I guess we can say one thing more. It is gone. Let me pick up any kind of service. Let's say financial. Do we have anything in the bottom? Yes, here. So now this service can be have offerings in scope and out scope. That what we are providing and what we are not providing. Like people approach me. Atul, do you provide training? Yes, in scope. Do you provide admin trainings or functional training? Yes, in scope. Will you provide one-to-one training? Out scope. No. Best training? In scope. So we had to be tell to our customer that boss, we are providing services only in these area, in these scope, not Other scope. Can we provide a training in Dubai online? Not possible because Dubai did not support these online platforms. They need some VPN and other things will be there. So that is outscope. Dubai will be only in the in-person, no online trainings. That is outscope. So now, if you want to understand this more, take a pen and paper, go to the company website and try to build a diagram. Something like let me see if I can get it from the internet. It's called portfolio. Service portfolio management in service now. Yes, so something like this. Data Global. So they have a portfolio like this. Under that portfolio, they have nodes. Under that nodes, they have a different service and service offering. I'm looking for some example as well. Maybe this thing can be helpful for you. Dev team. This is a very beautiful example built by ServiceNow as well. I saw on the internet. नहीं है इसमें शायद ना. Okay. Maybe I saw somewhere, but I missed out. Okay. But this is what is the intention to tell you that how this portfolio management has been built up and how a customer, a service provider, now we can implement this service, this portfolio management to our customer as well. भाई customer भी तो काम कर रहे हैं. They're also serving to their customers. So we are implementing this for them, that how they can track, how they can maintain their service offering and other things in the system. Now, if we talk about little bit on the commitments, as I say, service commitment, let me go here and see service. अरे है नहीं क्या? नहीं, commitments के नाम से होगा शायद. This one, availability under that, sorry, portfolio under that commitments. Open this. Or this one. Demo data कुछ भी नहीं है. Come on. Okay. So under that we can create the commitments. Like I told to my customer that I am providing these services or training as a service, and the availability should be 99%. Means on a complete batch I can take only 1 day off. Customer says very good, but how to calculate? So we have a commitment on the place that LNG training. What type? How I'm going to be calculate this availability with the help of the responses like SLA, with the help of the availability, with the help of the maintenance window, with the help of the recovery time, with the help of the recovery objective or other. I never work very deep dive in this domain. Very clearly, I've never worked. So I can say it's like a response time. And I can get a schedule. Is it 24/7 schedule? Remember that blackout maintenance window schedule. The same schedule come work here as well. And penalty. If you breach this, then how much the penalty? And the penalty can be per hour, per minute, or per breach. Like remember, I give example. If a change, if in a month any changes get unauthorized, it is treated per breach because that is not the customer is expecting. Unauthorized changes are per breach. Major incidents are per per breach. If you're breaching the major incident, it is not like a whole soul that okay 2 घंटे का downtime था तो उसका charges. No, per breach I'm charging it. And penalty time, that after how much time the penalty will start. 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 1 day, 2 day, 1 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour. So if I say like this, let's say 10, I'll say per breach. There must be some demo data as well. नहीं है इसमें शायद demo data. So, and now we can use this commitment in the service offering. Yes, now let me go here and go to service, because this can be, you can say, a drawback or the limitation. Commitments can be tracked only and only on the offering level, not on the CI or the CMDB level. I read a lot of articles here, even on the community as well, people are discussing, but as of now, service offerings are only, commitments are only available at the, अरे यार एक भी ऑफरिंग नहीं है, रुको बनाते हैं एक ऑफरिंग. LNG and the parent is, now I don't have, okay, parent I have BlackBerry. See, BlackBerry is what? Is a business service. Remember, or the service offering, sorry, service. Remember the chain management, same concept. See, it is coming from the CMDB service table. It's in the catalog phase, yes. It's in the operational, yes. And here we can put the details of this part, XYZ. And once you save it, then oh, parent is not in the operational. So okay, let's say put like pipeline as of now. And here we can put the commitments, that how the commitment will be calculated. I said commitment should be get calculated by this way. Now what will happen if you raise any change on this service offering and that change as a downtime, as an outage, then this availability will get, this commitment get calculated. Under this you can see the availability, that how much percentage it's available. Specifically, if I say Ishwar and Anthony, for you two, this is the little core areas. You can spend time. You can see on the ServiceNow docs as well to get a little bit more understanding that how this availabilities we can put in the ServiceNow. And you can see the service availability. Commitments, under that commitments, this one. So you can see weekly, monthly or yearly. This one. Let me click on the all. Because I have no demo data, so nothing is showing here. But if it is an outage, it's a downtime, then on the basis of that, the availability get calculated here. It's a very, very interesting point. Okay. Now let me come to the next part, because there are a few things which are not directly available here. Means I cannot show you in the PDI because it's a part of the Pro service portfolio. Pro as well came, like this is a ServiceNow products like ITSM we're discussing. There's ITSM Pro as well, which has a little bit more features included in that particular bundle. Okay, so we have a SOW, that is, we say this thing, or we can get, I guess, portfolio management workspace as well, if I'm not wrong, SOW. And under that, if I have a rights completely, I can see my services as well. That what's the status of my services, how the service is going on, and then I can use it. But I guess it's a part of the Pro only, not these things. Normal I can say. Clear everybody till this point. More on the theory part, but interesting to know that how these things work in the background. अरे ऐसे नो तो बोलो.
Yes, Adil.
Good. No बोलोगे तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है. Good. So now one topic has been completed. Now if I come to the second part. In the second part, a lot of things has been mentioned. But we're not going to discuss each and everything. They in the training part, I can say in the content wise, a lot of things has been given, but we have to be okay. Sorry, there's an alarm buzzing. Going to be okay, okay. But we're going to be discuss a little bit smaller things only. Okay. For the first and best place for you, if you want to be know any module in ServiceNow, is the Now Create. Either you want to see that how it has been can be implemented, what are the stories, what are the process design, process flows, but first fundamental rule here. Okay, now when we come here on the requirement part, this thing, there are two type of requirements, functional and the non-functional. Okay. And when we say what is the requirement means, requirement is something, a need a customer want, right? What is the requirement that bring you in the class? I want to get a good position. I want to be change my career. I want to build my career. I want to improve my career. That is a requirement, right? So when I go as a business analyst or the business process consultant with the customer, I ask the requirement on the two types, functional and the non-functional. Can we say non-functional as a technical as well? You can say. Functional, what type of questions come in that functional part? It says 5 whys. What you need, why you need, when you need, how you need, and by whom you need. Okay. And it also asks that what is the business goal for that? As I said sometime in this training as well, when I check the ServiceNow community, I am not a technical guy, so I cannot answer the scripting part, but I challenge the requirement that why you need it. Tell me. What is the business value you want to be achieved? What is the use case you have for that? So that is called the functional, because remember, you are as a consultant. Consultant, when we go to the customer side, our responsibility is not that we have to build this. Our responsibility is that we have to be guide the customer that what is right to build, what is not to build. Yesterday I was checking some post on the LinkedIn. Someone says I want to be change the interface for the knowledge management. Is it possible? I said, wow, nice question. It is possible, yes. I do not say no, because if you are a hardcore or the fan of the coding, you can build anything. But can we do the service now? Not recommended. Because you are going to be violate, you are going to break the basic functionality of the behavior. Like someone says that in the mobile phone we have a calling button. Can we use this calling button to send the SMS? Why? But मेरे को पसंद है, I like it. ऐसा थोड़ा होता है. We can do, yes, we can do this part, no doubt we can do this part. But not recommended, boss, because if you're clicking on the calling button, it's going SMS, you're breaking the main functionality of that product. So these things come in the functional. Non-functional. Is there any technical solution available for the same? It is a scalable. Means today you are building it, but tomorrow we have to be think from the make it little larger, making little better, making little improvement. Can we do this thing? Technically, I'm asking now. These questions come in the non-functional. If I build this solution, how or will this impact to the other modules as well? This is what the consulting we do. My customer says, I want a change. I want something need to be changed in the change management form. Acha ji, very good. Let me see, is it going to be impact to the incident or problem? Because those are the two primary partners of change. So now as a consultant, I do some technical feasibilities as well, guys. If I click on this, I change on this, is it going to impact anything? No. And one few more questions you can ask, like, is this change is going to be impact on the complete platform level? Like a global changes, I can say here. Okay. Or or is there any possibility that this requirement gets changed if we start building it? Right. So mainly, if I segregate this, non-functional requirements are mainly on the technical part, which can be from the maintenance perspective, scalability perspective, licensing perspective, impact perspective, or I can say with the existing solution perspective. But functional requirements are like, what is the goal, business value, what is the expectation, what is the input and output you're expecting on that particular part, why, how, when, what can be the main reasons for this requirement. So this is about these things. ATF is a module which has been launched by ServiceNow to do the automation testing. And it do only the test of the ServiceNow platform only, not to do anything else. Okay. So it is a module. Again, it's a license based, I guess. You can install that ATF. You will get some test cases like this. If I can show you here. This one, ATF. Like I'm upgrading my ServiceNow instance from Vancouver to Washington. I want to test it. Instead of writing these test cases, ServiceNow provides few test cases to us here as well. If you install that plugin, it will be available for you immediately. So with that support, we can do PA and reporting. PA stands for the performance analytics and reporting, which we saw. In ServiceNow, we can do the standard reporting only. When I say standard means like you can get a report and you can do only max, average, count, sum, all these things. No percentage, no calculations we can do. But in the performance analytics module, we can do these kind of calculations. I want to see that how much time a change take from starting till end. And I need a breakdown for each stage, from new to assess, assess to authorize, authorize to schedule, schedule to implement, implement to review, review to close. And I need the percentage. I need the average. This is not possible in the standard reporting. This is possible only in the performance analytics. Okay, because we can use PA in incident change problem request as well. But again, it's a licensed one. It's required a little bit more understanding about the platform because you have to build it, these things. Indicator, breakpoints, you have to do that part. Now, the same example, from new to assess, I want to see that I want to see this information from the assignment group perspective. This is called the breakdowns. That I want to be breaking down, it's up to that level. Indicators of the breakdowns. Then DevOps. DevOps simply, if I say everybody know CI/CD, continuous integration, sorry, continuous continuous integration, continuous deployment. Integration hota hai na, haan. Yes. Means as soon as the code has been checked in by my developer, it should get and build. But one thing which I can tell you, this DevOps is not for the ServiceNow applications. It do nothing. This DevOps is just provide an interface. I guess I have this DevOps installed because I'm working on this module as of now. No, it's not installed to my system. So in the DevOps, we can get the data from the different tools, Jenkins, GitHub, Jira, in the change, and then we can create a pipeline for the same. I'm just giving you small introduction about these things so that you get little knowledge about the same. DevOps is very wider term and very beautifully defined in the service now because I'm implementing for one of my customers, so I know the power of this DevOps. Then SIM, continuous improvement methodology. It was earlier, but now it has been replaced by the now create. So it's not exist. PI, predictive intelligence. PI is the area which work on the machine learning. I want to predict something for the future. How I can do? I can see, I can use the data. Same thing, it happen here as well. Predictive intelligence support you to build the decisions to prevent something can be happen in the future. We can do the PI. The only thing which is required for the PI is that minimum 30,000 records required for a PI to build to give some pattern to us, some fruitful result to us. PI will not work on one or two results. Like I'm doing my doctorate now. I know that if I take a data from only 5 of you, I cannot build my hypothesis that everybody lie at least once in a day. I cannot build. But if I get a data from 500 people, then I can drive that hypothesis. The same thing goes here for the PI. Virtual agent, a hot cake in the market. Virtual agent is purana. Okay, now it's coming as a now assist. ServiceNow is bringing now assist and the Gen AI. Now assist will help you to write your code as well in ServiceNow. Yes, you can write the code in ServiceNow. You just write, build a code for me to get the incident which in the priority 1. Click and your work has been done. The only thing is that now assist is not available on the PDIs. Discussions are going on. I saw a little bit this on the LinkedIn or the community. People are pushing to ServiceNow that please bring this functionality in the PDI as well, so that we as a developer, we as a consultant can see and help you to improve that. Virtual agent is nothing but is a chatbot, which we see here. Like if I show you here, and generally I use this Air India example. This one. This is nothing but it is a virtual agent. Virtual agent also use the machine learning and NLU, natural language unit, or the processing. So you write your words in the English, it go in the background and it read that part and give the results. So these two things work hand in hand. So this is another major area or few topics which we want to be discussed on that particular part. And the bilkul last, I'm almost at the last part now. Being a consultant, being a technical guy, it is always important for us to be understand. And there's a webinar maybe I shared with you guys that is called customization versus configuration. I attended that webinar. It happened approximately 2 months or 1 month back. Available on the YouTube. You can go and check with the customization versus configuration webinar. Chuck Tomasi के नाम से अगर आप search करेंगे, you'll get that part. Listen and watch that. Even listen only, don't watch. Just put the headphone and listen it. You will get to know that how the customization and configuration work. So this picture you are able to see here. Okay. I intentionally cut it like this only. This will tell you that what is the way, means from this row to this row, if I say like this way, the changing in this component, here is the low risk, here is the high risk. If you want to, if you have something to be changed, okay, so creating something new is a low risk. Dictionary override, changing the field level UI policy is again we can consider as a low risk. It depends on what UI policy, what dictionary, what form you are going to be changed. From data policy, UI action, business rule, client script, state models. If you override or extend, these are the medium risk. These are the medium risk because if you change something, tomorrow you upgrade your instance, you can face some issue in the upgrading part. And if you're modifying the base instance, like that person says, I need a same interface, which includes clients side DOM manipulation. I'm not sure what is DOM. I hear this word a lot of time. What is DOM? I have no idea. UI macro script includes API. These are the high risk. And I'm talking about this. These all are the out of the box available. If you are changing anything in that out of the box, then risk will be low to high here. So we have to be do very carefully. If you need to make a change in anything, we have to do very carefully that what can be the impact on that particular part. Question, clarification, doubt. Anybody?
What was it? NLU?
Natural language unit.
Natural language. And how does it work? Can you say that?
Okay, so basically NLU is like you can define your patterns in the background. Like I give you the example. Good, you pick up it. Let me go here. Close this. Incident. Open. Okay. Now I'll show you magic. Incident priority is let me click on the all and then I'll see. Oh, it's stuck. This is what your natural language. I don't know that how to write a query, how to build a query. So I can go and ask it here. Sorry, it say improve your query. Let me improve it again. Let's write in a beautiful manner. Priority is, will I get something? Hopefully I should get. So you are writing this one and your report is getting ready here. Is nahi yaar, रुको, let me check in the reports. The reports it's work very quickly. Create new. Incident priority PRIOP. And ask. It's searching for the answer. I'm sure it should work now. So this is called natural language. Means instead of going here and writing something, it's not building it for me. Again, maybe I'm putting some wrong words here. So if you write it very clearly, incident by table. Hope to get the answer now. At least one answer. So again, I'm repeating the same thing. If you write the things in a good manner, your reports will be get generated here again automatically. No, it's not giving me the same thing. Incident by now let's see. This is called natural language, and ServiceNow released this feature, I guess 2 or 3 releases back. That now instead of writing it here, selecting the table, because I'm not sure that which table is the incident table. So if I write it very clearly, very simply, then it can be done. This is what the natural language says here. I'm not sure that why it's not working. Maybe it's not enabled it or not properly or not properly configured in my instance. But otherwise it's work actually. Any other question, Anuj?
Not now, Atul. No.
Good. Let's come back here. It's not in my favor today. Anthony, Ishwar, Kalda, Venkat. Good. So with this, we have completed our ITSM training program of the batch 2. Okay, let me take a quick attendance, and before I officially close, need to be do few things. Everybody is present. Okay. So as a normal way, as a normal practice, as a standard practice, as a tradition of my training batches, the way we start the training, the same way we will end the training as well. Now we'll take a 20-30 second pause here. Pray to the God who give us the power for the last 29 days to get this knowledge, to share this knowledge, to get this knowledge from you and me both of together. And then finally we officially close this particular session here. Okay, good. So now I'm closing this session, and I would like to say thanks to you, specifically your family who supported you, because those are our stakeholders who supported you to get this training during your morning timings, your night timings. You're missing your day routine somewhere due to this training, get up a little early, close office work, and then come back here again to do the work here. Okay, and I also would like to say sorry in case by any chance, by words, by action, if I hurt anybody during this training, please pardon me on that particular part as well. Let's be in touch, be connected. I already added you in the alumni group now on the WhatsApp. Going forward, if you have any question and doubt, you can put it there, and I'm sure that everybody or anybody can able to help you on that particular part. Okay, guys, any last question before I stop the close the recording here?
Okay. So no questions, but just to thank you that for giving and sharing your best of your knowledge, and we'll keep poking.
Yes. And also don't forget to provide the recommendation.
For sure, Atul.
Ishwar and Venkat, can you please connect with me on the LinkedIn so that I can send you the recommendation link as well?
Yeah, I would like to connect with everyone on the LinkedIn
Yes, please.
also.
Yeah, Atul, I'm really sorry. Actually, I am not in LinkedIn.
Huh? Come
I
on,
will have.
you must be on the LinkedIn. That is a good place to get connected with.
Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes I think like I did was that I stopped using social media since 2016. And when I saw LinkedIn, almost it was same. But
No,
that
no, no.
time when I initially saw
Come,
it,
at least come
so
back.
I stopped. But now I realize the importance. Like
No, no,
all
no.
the previous
Come back.
companies, that's
Yes, come back to
hmm.
LinkedIn. At least on the LinkedIn,
Okay,
that is good for us. Okay,
okay, sure.
I'm going to put this post maybe by tomorrow on the LinkedIn for the closing of this course. And I
Mm-hmm.
request everybody please at least connect with me on the LinkedIn so that I can tag you on that particular part.
Definitely, sure. Sure,
Chilies.
and thank you very much, Atul.
Thank,
Like we had a great session.
thank you so much. Thanks everybody.
Yeah,
Let's keep rocking, keep learning. Wish you a very, very, very happy new year, festival season. Hope 2024 brings a lot of good changes for everybody. Please keep me involved in your good wishes and in your progress. Take care and bye bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you,
thank
Atul.
you, Atul.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Atul.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.